General Kenobi, years ago you served my father in the Clone Wars.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
You've taken your first step into a larger world.
R2 も私も皆さんとご一緒できて嬉しく思っています。このお二人をステージにお迎えすることができてとても光栄です。ルーカスフィルムのチーフクリエイティブオフィサーデイブ・フィローニさん。
Welcome everyone to Star Wars Celebration. Oh my God, this is so fantastic. Look at all the lightsabers, absolutely great. We are so thrilled to be here in Japan and marking the 16th Star Wars Celebration.
I was lucky enough to be here back in 2008, the last time Celebration took place in Japan. To say this event has grown spectacularly, so thank you for being here.
So we have an absolutely incredible lineup of panels and events and screenings and maybe even some big surprises. Before we get started, I want to say a couple of thank yous. First, to you, the best fans in the galaxy. You guys and your unwavering passion for all things Star Wars, both here and today and always, we so appreciate. And secondly, a huge thank you to all of our teams in Tokyo, San Francisco, Los Angeles, and around the world who collaborated to host this event.
The few fans who make this community such a joy to be a part of. Being here in Japan, a place that provided so much inspiration for George Lucas, and personally, one of my favorite places in the world, many of you know. It just makes this celebration even more special. Being able to share in this communal experience, one that brings people together from all over the world with our mutual passion for Star Wars, is part of what keeps this franchise and this galaxy thrive.
So as many of you know, Disney Plus launched in 2019 with The Mandalorian as its flagship series. And since then, we have released Obi-Wan, Andor, Ahsoka, and numerous other shows, and enriching the mythology of Star Wars and entertaining fans of all ages. But it's the communal experience that first propelled Star Wars into fans' hearts. Going to the movie theater and being captivated by the power of cinema. We're currently in development on a number of Star Wars features for the big screen, including those from James Mangold, Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy, Taika Waititi, a trilogy from Simon Kinberg, and of course, one from you, Dave.
Yeah. We'll get to that. But first, since I'm very busy, I'm about to start shooting Ahsoka Season 2. When I get off the plane, when I come back from this. But before we get into next year, The Mandalorian and Grogu, we did have one other movie to mention.
Yes, we do. Please welcome Shawn Levy.
I know, plus I got this
I
phone.
didn't get any special effects. That's cool.
But that's because you are a legend here.
No, I didn't.
A legend, right? I'm thrilled to be here and to be in a room of fans as someone who's been a lifelong fan is a dream come true for me. Not only as a filmmaker, but just as a human being. Kathy?
We've been developing
We
for
have.
a long time, Shawn.
Kathy and I had sort of talked for a while about, well, maybe there's a movie we could work on together. And I remember in August of 2022, I got a call that I'll never forget. Kathy said, let's do it. And so we started developing a movie. And it was wide open as to what it would be. But we started with my screenwriter, Jonathan Tropper, and with the help of Kathy and Dave and Carrie Beck, we developed a story. And it was a great process, but I wanted to tell you today, this is no longer a Star Wars movie in development. This is a Star Wars movie we're making this fall. We start So I can't say much about it because I understand the rules. But I will tell you that, well, right, because anything I say, you guys are going to run with. I know. I'm sure I'm going to slip up eventually, and I'll get in trouble, so just wait for it. But this is a standalone adventure. It's a standalone adventure that takes place a few years after the events of Episode 9. What could that mean? It could mean so many things.
Yeah, but we won't say what that means. It'll be very cool. Obviously, it's been a great experience. We're having a lot of fun. As you can probably tell, and I enjoyed talking Star Wars fans, but it's been really fun talking with you. You can tell the fans, you guys have a lot of ideas, a lot of good ideas. Some crazy ideas, but a lot of good ideas. And you never know, things swirl out there in the world. There's so many rumors, and so it's great if you could just set it straight, dispel some of these rumors once so they can relax.
Yeah, there are so many rumors around Star Wars, and I've read some crazy ones already about my movie. I've read about people who are in the movie and who are not in the movie, and most of it is very, very inaccurate. But one of those rumors I heard that I do need to dispel is I had heard at one point that my movie was going to star Ryan Gosling. And believe me, that would be dream come true for me. So today, I just wanted to tell you here in this room that that rumor is 100% true. Are we already hearing theories? We're already hearing fan theories?
Oh boy.
What's the theory?
Oh boy.
Say nothing. Say nothing.
Alright.
Hey, Ryan, before we get started, it seems your mother sent us an image that she wanted to share with the fans. Can you explain what we're looking at here?
Yes. This is a picture that my mom sent of my bed sheets when I was 5. Yes, she still has them, obviously. Naturally, she thought that it might be something that the fans would appreciate, but I suspect that she just sort of wants to justify years of hoarding.
So I know the sheets had a big impact, but can you share with the fans what drew you to Star Wars? and this project in particular, and of course, Shawn.
Well, you know, as you can see from the picture, you know, I guess I was probably dreaming about Star Wars before I even saw the film. And it's probably framed my idea of what a movie even was. But all of that aside, I think the reality is that this script is just so good. It has such a great story with great and original characters. It's filled with so much heart and adventure, and there just really is not a more perfect filmmaker for this particular story than Shawn. So it's something I just really wanted to do.
Yeah, I'm extremely excited about what we're going to cook up together. This movie, as I said, is a standalone. This is not a prequel. This is not a sequel. It's a new adventure. And it's set in a period of time, as you can tell, that we haven't seen explored on screen yet. And so it features a collection of all new characters. Yeah, I'm going to shut up there.
A little bit when you start, but it's all good. You mentioned you start shooting in fall. Ryan, do you want to share with fans what they can expect to see? Well, what do they expect to see? Good luck.
Did you say what they can expect to see?
Yeah.
I feel like you mean
when.
Thank
God, you saved me. Thank you. When? Wow.
Am I gonna tell what?
If there's one thing that's been made very clear to me, it's not to share anything. But I do, Dave.
It's a long flight.
I do want to share something.
Thank you.
I can share that we're coming exclusively to theaters on May 28th, 2027. And there was the other thing that we talked about.
We did. There was that one other thing. Should we? Yeah. Feel like
I think we have to do better than the sheets.
we got to do better than the sheets.
The sheets are not enough.
Okay.
We're amongst friends. I say, can we
Let's
show
show
that?
it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Show us.
There you go.
So Shawn and Ryan, we're so excited to have both of you a part of Star Wars. But don't you have a starfighter to catch?
Yeah, I guess we should. Tokyo, thank you for this incredible welcome.
That's pretty cool, isn't it? This movie. Literally the next Star Wars movie coming to the big screen.
DJ 太郎さんとちぐささんをお迎えしましょう。Hello, Star Wars! Are you having fun? Are you having a few celebrations? All right, please welcome back to the stage Kathleen Kennedy and Dave Filoni and the director of Mandalorian and Grogu, Shawn Favreau.
Welcome everybody
fantastic. I love it here. How many people are from Japan here? And how many people have traveled to Japan? What a great place to come to. I come here often with my family, and it's such a treat. And when I think about Star Wars and what inspired Star Wars, it's so inextricably tied to Japanese cinema, Japanese culture and tradition. George Lucas was very inspired by the filmmakers of Japan, and to come back here to see the beautiful artwork, if you look around on the shirts and on the posters, it feels like a coming home, and it's so inspiring and fun. And as you know, our show, The Mandalorian, was very much inspired when Dave directed the pilot. When we started off, we said, let's be inspired by what George was inspired by. And so that was Flash Gordon, that was old war films, that was westerns, but especially the films of Kurosawa and samurai films. So thank you so much for having us here. We're so honored.
Thank you, John. So, Kathleen, what do you think is it about these characters and story that have resonated so deeply with the fans?
You know, I think what's amazing that John and Dave captured, I think we all agree, the relationship between Mando and Grogu, at his early stage was called Baby Yoda. That we all really understand that kind of, you know, parental dynamic, and I think that that's what really resonates.
Thank you. And John and Dave, how do you approach storytelling for these beloved characters specifically?
We have a bunch of action figures, and we spread them out. And I'm usually the bad guys, and John's usually the good guys, and then we battle. No. You think of Western.
You're like my older brother who only lets me play with certain toys.
That's true.
Can I have a lightsaber? No.
Get away from that one, John. You can't use that one. Wrong era.
That's right. But really, we are like, it does feel like we're playing. It feels like we're, you know, all the things that we did younger, and now that we are filmmakers and we've learned a lot along the way, and we get to collaborate with great people, we do try to bring that sense of fun. It's the funnest job you'll ever have, as you can imagine, to come into work every day. And then, by the way, to come here and to get this kind of reaction, because we're in small rooms for months and months and years, and to get the energy and the feedback that you're giving us, I hear it backstage, it goes for everybody, not just us. It's so appreciated, what you put in the air, and I think it also, it spreads from here. So it is so fun to come here. And even when we're on the set, when Dave directed the pilot, I mean, he really established the look and the initial views of the characters. I remember visiting you on set, and it's great to see the images up here.
I just like the ad after every John, I gotta say. That was awesome to have in the movie. So I don't know if they realize what we're showing there, but those are some.
These are images from the filming, and because we're getting to do a big screen film, it's going to be an IMAX. We wanted to make nice, big, tall sets, and we got to build what was it like going on stage?
Nice big walker.
A big walker set.
It was amazing.
Inside the walker. So that was fun. Yeah. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, there. Look at Dave. See? Look what he does at work. He gets paid for that, by the way.
I won't lie, it's great.
These guys have never grown up, as you know. That's the good thing.
Why bother?
So, look, we've got some familiar characters that you know in the show.
Finally!
Be here today, but there's some. See the little guy in the back there? Well, there's some people that work in the parks at Disneyland that decided to come. Do you guys? Can we have some friends come out and say hello to all the fans out there? Here we go. Come on, we got some new faces in the show.
Whoa! Whoa! Oh!
One of them's getting worked on. We're in Japan.
There you go.
You want to bow? Out of the audience.
Say hello.
right, looks like you got some work to do here. We got some chairs working. Okay. All right, look, we have some other people we'd like to make room for. So could you guys clear out, please, and we can invite some more friends?
Thank you. He wants to clear on other friends. I understand.
Okay, so Star Wars celebration. Please welcome Sigourney Weaver. Mandalorian Din Chalin himself, Pedro Pascal.
All right, so let's go one by one, okay? First of all, Pedro, we are so happy to see you here. Thank you for coming.
Thank you!
As you can see right in front of you, you have inspired Mandalorian fans from around the galaxy to come to Tokyo. Did you ever expect the Mandalorian to connect with people in such a massive way, Pedro?
Yes. In all seriousness, I'll never forget the first day that I got to sit down with John and Dave in the writer's room, and they showed me, you know, wall-to-wall story illustrations of the first season of Mandalorian without me even understanding who they expected me to play. And I remember just seeing the greatest sort of visual storyboards that I had ever seen, and knowing that people were going to lose their minds. And so I to answer your question, did I feel like people would connect? Yeah, I did. I knew they would because of these guys.
Thank you. And Sigourney, it's such an honor to have you here on stage. Join a galaxy far, far away! Can you tell us how you came to be part of this film, please?
I got really lucky.
Wow.
And I just want to say what a thrill it is to see all of you here. It is so inspiring, and it's always good to be reminded of why you're doing it, and it's for all of you. Favreau, the famous Jon Favreau, invited me to Zoom with him, and he and Dave just started telling me about Mandalorian and Grogu, the movie, and gave me an assignment to watch it because I'm afraid I had not watched it. And when I watched it, I fell in love with all the characters, but especially this man.
Well, there's something else you fell in love with.
Yes, and may I just say that, of course, Grogu, like all of you, stole my heart. And you know, I just saw him in the green room. He looks a little nervous, but I bet he'd like to come out here.
Really?
Really? Grogu? What?
Here we go, guys.
物っていうか、なんて言っていいか。
めちゃめちゃ動いてますから。Oh.
It's a real Grogu here in Tokyo. Back again, yeah. 素晴らしい、fantastic, yeah!
There's only way to top this. We gotta show them some footage. We're a year out. We're coming out in Memorial Day next year, May 2026. It's too early for a proper trailer.
Whoa!
It's the last Star Wars celebration before the film comes out. So we figured it might be a good opportunity to show the fans who traveled so far and for us to travel to here. Let's show you what we've been up to. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Pedro, Sigourney, and Shawn for joining us today. Enjoy the rest of Star Wars Celebration!